You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. 74 degrees going up to a high of 82. So it's going to be beautiful all day. I just came from outside and I was like, man, it's really nice out there today. So it's not muggy. It's not rainy. It is beautiful. Now, is it going to stay beautiful all day? I'm not sure. But right now, we're going to enjoy the moment because it is gorgeous. So you know what today is? Today is Thursday and I got a guest for you today. And you're going to really enjoy this interview. But before I get to my interview with my guest, I want to tell you that today is National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day. I know. I try to, as I was reading that, I said, now what does chocolate pecan pie taste like? Pecan pie is sweet, y'all. Like I like pecan pie, but I can't eat the nugget on the inside. I have to pull all of that out because it's too sweet. It gives me the jitters, so I eat all the pecans like I love nuts. So I eat all the pecans off the pecan pie in the crust. So I take all the middle out, and all I'm left with is the crust from the pecan pie and the pecans. But today is National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day. So get your piece. Listen, don't go overboard. Just get a little slice, because it's a lot of sugar. All right, let's go ahead and get on with our horoscopes brought to you by notable astrologer Michael Thyssen. Today is Thursday, August the 20th. We got, 11 days left in this month, and we'll be right into September. Yep. Woo, time is flying. Time is a-flying. So we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Aries. Social events will be rewarding. You will easily charm members of the opposite sex. Take a break. You can finally mend any disputes on the home front. All right, you're going to be charming today to the opposite sex, Aries. I don't know who. But listen, make sure don't make sure it's not a triangle thing trying to get on there, because then it becomes a secret. Then I'll be talking next week about the secrets you're keeping and why you shouldn't keep one. All right, Aries, just be careful. Taurus, be sure to catch up on overdue correspondence and help those you love find solutions to their dilemmas. Investments will not be as they appear today. Be ready to explain your actions. Watch out for them investments. All that glitter is not gold. So if it looks too good to be true, Taurus, 9 times out of 10, it probably is. So watch it. Watch the money. People, let me tell you something. People are out there to get you. You hear me? Yeah, they are. Gemini, you are best to back away from commitment. Okay. If your lover tries to curtail your freedom, it may lead to conflict. Try not to allow your partner to lead you astray or upset your routine. All right, Gemini, your whole horoscope was about relationships and love today. It said back away from commitment. Your lover is trying to curtail your freedom. It's going to lead to conflict. Try not to let your partner lead you astray or upset your routine. Oh, my goodness. You just got a lot on the relationship front today. So you handle that stuff. Let us know how it work out for you. Cancer. Your determination and sheer desire to do your own thing will be successful. You must not lead someone on or show interest in them for the wrong reasons. Your involvement with the children may be most rewarding. Listen here, Cancer. Do not, and I repeat, Michael has said it, but I'm saying it too. Do not lead someone on or show interest in them for the wrong reason. That will backfire on you. Let me just tell you, karma is you know what they say about karma. Don't do it. I'm just trying to help you now. All right. Leo. Brunch or a long walk or a quiet dinner will secure your position in the relationship. You have worked hard and the payback is now. Too much work and no play will not only result in fatigue and frustration, but also in loneliness too. In The Shining, all work and no play makes Audrey a dull girl. Yes, I had to learn how to play, y'all. I used to play a lot. And then when I became an entrepreneur some 23 years ago, I stopped playing and I became this person that worked all the time. So I'm learning to play again. This morning, my husband and I were talking about joining the bowling league, which starts on September the 1st. So we'll be playing again. Virgo, you will be prone to tears if your mate is harsh with you today. You may find that romance will unfold through business connections. Don't let others put unreasonable demands on you. Just tell them to fall back. You're not doing it. Just tell them no. Listen, Virgo, no is one of the most powerful words in the world. A lot of times we don't use, but I'm telling you, tell them to fall back. You're not going to do it. Don't let them put demands on you that you don't want to have on you. And don't let anybody bring you to tears, okay? All right. So we're going to go to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer. And then after the horoscopes, we're going to get on with our guests because I got a good one for y'all today. Sure do. Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen, and we're going to pick it up with Libra. Take time to talk things over. Travel for business or pleasure. Don't let children or elders put demands on your time. You will do extremely well if you get involved in competitive activities today. Bowling. That's my competitive activity. We're going to be bowling in a league. I'm excited about that. I used to bowl in a league, and then I stopped because I had to have knee surgery. My knee's better now, so I can bowl again. Scorpio, take time to explain your intentions to loved ones. Travel will be to your advantage. However, it might be expensive. You need to interact with others if you want to expand your knowledge. Listen, we're going to talk all about expanding today. This is what this show is going to be about. This woman has so many great things going on. I can't wait to talk to her. So let me stop talking so I can get on with the interview. Sagittarius, you must deal with an emotional problem with your loved one that you have been avoiding for some time now. Travel and creative hobbies will be your best outlet. Use your obvious talents to work with detail, and you could come up with something great. Let me tell you something, Sagittarius. You cannot run from problems. They will find you. So whatever you've been avoiding, you might as well go ahead and face it head on and get it over with. Because the minute you get it over with, it is done. You have, whether it work out the way you want to or not, it's done. At least you have addressed the issue. Just go ahead. Just do it. Capricorn. Relationships have not been the best for you lately and has left you somewhat gun shy. Don't do something silly just to get back at your mate. Your tendency to overact could get you into trouble. Listen, don't do tit for tat. Don't do some silly cap just to get back at the mate. Tit for tat never works. It always backfires. It always does. Aquarius, you can expect opposition at work. Don't let your competition be privy to information that could be incriminating. Children's needs could be more costly than you anticipated. Love and romance are evident. Yeah, keep your business to yourself today, Aquarius. Don't share it, especially if it's incriminating. Just don't share it. You got people out there trying to get you, so watch your back. And don't share your business. And my fellow fish Pisces, don't give your heart to someone who may not live up to your standards. Sooner or later, your partner will have had enough. Fish. You'll be emotional when dealing with coworkers or employers. All right, listen, fish. I don't know what you've been doing. I think I've been a pretty decent partner. But it's saying your partner may have had enough. What have you been doing, fish? I don't know. Watch your back now. Your partner may be tired of you doing whatever it is you're doing. And they're going to say enough is enough and you're going to have to make a move. All right. So listen, that's all the horoscopes I got That's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again on Monday at 10 a.m. to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Nodal Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Now let's get on to my guest. So my guest today is Miss Geraldine B. Thomas. She is the founder of Smart Women Partner and Grow Rich. How nice is that? That sounds really nice, right? She has so much stuff going on. Geraldine and I have been connected for years. We've never talked. We've just been connected on the internet. And I want to say this is before I moved to Georgia. And I remember she had some kind of directory a long time ago. And I don't know how we found each other, but I remember this directory that she had. And I was like, okay, I need to be in that directory. I'm talking about years ago, y'all. So it's my honor to have her as my guest today. She's going to talk to us about how women can really collaborate and partner and work together, because she has a beautiful website and it has a lot of ways for women to work together. So I'm excited to have her on the show. So Geraldine, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So
Thank
now,
you so much.
You're very welcome. You know, it's so funny because I when I was talking to Georgette, I said, I've been connected to Geraldine for a very long time, and we've just never had a conversation. So I'm so honored to have you as my guest today to share with all my listeners all the great things that you have going on with women. I know women are your passion, and that's a movement for you. But tell us a little bit about your background and how you started this whole thing.
Okay, well, it's kind of strange. I started this right after I gave birth to my twins. And that was in 1988. And it didn't make sense for me to put my kids in daycare, especially, it would have cost an arm and a leg and probably a kidney and something else. Mm-hmm. And at that time, they had so many things going on with daycare centers where, kids were being left in vans, being beaten and all that stuff. So I came up with this idea that, maybe I could send a little PSA to the local radio station. I think it was 104, way back in the day. And I gave some tips on how women could actually start their own business using their job skills. So they could maybe, make back that paycheck so they could afford to stay home with their kids. And being that now mothers are having to actually quit their jobs because of this crazy pandemic, it's really weird. It's come full screen. all over again. Women need to use their job skills to start their own business.
Mm-hmm.
So when I sent that in, about 2 weeks later, I got a phone call, and I was invited to do a walk on. I'm like, are you kidding me? I get to be on the radio station. It was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I got back home, my voicemail was packed.
Wow.
It was ringing for weeks and weeks after that. People had just heard that, and they loved those tips. So I'm like, okay, so I did this. So what am I going to do? How do I make money from this?
Mm-hmm.
So I started off with a group where women would come over, and for about 1 hour each month or so, we talk. We talk about their skills, what they were doing, what they wanted to do, and everything. And I actually helped women launch. And from that, I decided that, you know what, they're launching, but no one knows about them. Someone needs to write about them. Someone needs to send in their stuff to the media. So that was me. I did their little bios and stuff, wrote about them, you know, how they were starting up, why they were doing it and everything. And that led me to have a fax newsletter because, you know, back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have all this stuff. It was fax.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of crazy. I did a print and I did a fax. So people would get this stuff at their jobs. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It worked until someone said, you know what? I would rather get my stuff via email. I'm like, well, what is email?
Mm-hmm.
So I did a little research. I'm like, oh, okay, the internet. That was right when it was getting started. It took me about 6 months or so to get, you know, comfortable with it. A friend of mine had a web TV. Remember that? The little box?
Yes, I had one. I had one.
Yes.
Yes, I had one in the little blue bag. Yes, I did.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, my God. People from around the world. And you can post stuff here for free. Like, this is crazy. So I started posting. And people started reaching back out to me. I'm like, well, wow. So then, you know, I got on there, started with listservs, because that's all they really had.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had about 20-something thousand sites, but it wasn't really much of anything. Just a basic websites and whatever. But, yeah, I joined, what was it? Digital Women.
Mm-hmm.
And that taught me a lot. I was able to just network and grow and take my concept, and I taught myself how to build my first website. I met other people who were really skilled at it, and they helped me out. It was like the most giving time ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, my God, women were just so happy. Like, we're doing things. We're going to meet people all around the globe. And from those contacts, and that just led to me doing a network that I had where I focused on one woman per business type. And she was able to have her information on my website that I built. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Took it from there. I did a women's chamber. I did a women's magazine. I just kept growing with the times, just morphing. And then LinkedIn came along. Wait, before LinkedIn, there was Rise. Were you a part of Rise?
Yes, I was.
I discovered that Rise is still there. My listing is still on Rise. I'm like, oh, my God.
Wow.
That's crazy that Rise is still alive and kicking.
I think that's how I met you on Rise.
But it's still there.
I think that's how we met on Rise, yeah. Because I remember Rise.
And you know how long ago that was.
Yes.
That listing is so old. It's like, oh, my God. So once we did Rise, I did some stuff on there, moved over to LinkedIn, and right when we were able to start groups, that's when my stuff really took off. So that's when I started a online Women's Chamber of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best thing ever. I met some of the best people ever on LinkedIn who really helped me take it to the next level. It's where I think I spent about 7 years just with that chamber. Yeah, it was 7 years. And it was for women who were just startups. And they were like trying to figure out how to use the internet. And that's what we did. All of us knew something. We didn't know everything, but we knew enough. And if you put it all together, we were just like powerful women. Like, oh my God, it was great. Which led me on to Women Partner. And from that was spawned from the fact that women were like trying to sell to each other. And I was trying to tell them, look, y'all, you can't sell to everybody. Not everyone here is your target audience. But if you partner with them and gain access to their contacts on LinkedIn, their mailing list, and whatever else, then you can get more business. So the same day that I closed up shop, I opened back up as something else. And the total focus from that point has been partnering. Trying to show women how to partner and trying to figure out why more women were not partnering. And I did a little survey, about 500 women, and it turned out that, first of all, they were so busy wearing all the hats in their business that they were thinking about partnering. Because that's us, we try to do everything instead of just trying to spread it around a little bit. And, of course, they weren't sure. Like, if you're going to partner with someone, they're going to take your business idea or whatever and just, run with it. So I figured, you know what? I'll just create projects and I'll pull women in. And that has worked so well. I create these bigger things, directories, newsletters, whatever it is, and I just pull women in. And then they're able to network. And they get to say, you know what? Oh, my God, this is so great. And I give them the chance to talk about their business. Because on most groups, they don't want you to talk about your business.
Right.
They just want you to just sit there and twiddle your little thumbs. And okay, so what am I doing here if I can't talk about my business? Just, always spanking your hand. I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to create the ultimate event where once a month women can come together online, outside of groups, but on LinkedIn, and talk about their business. I came up with these great topics, the ones that you need to know if you even want to do business with someone. Like, who's your ideal client? What are you working on right now? What are your top products, top 3 products and services? How do you use them? Because, if you're trying to sell to someone or even just say that you're doing this or that, people don't understand how to use your products and services to even help themselves. So they're just going to bypass you. But if you educate people on how to use them,
right,
then they're like, oh, my God, I really do need her. I didn't realize I needed her, but after reading this and seeing what her business actually does, I need her. And I also give them a chance, to talk about what they're working on right now. Are they working on a brand new podcast? Do they need guests? Do they have a conference that they're working on a newsletter? Are they launching a brand new product or service or maybe a class or something? And to tell, who do they need to partner with to make that happen so it can happen faster instead of slow? Because, basically, we all have just a little something that we can give in exchange for someone helping us. But just someone pushed it on out there, be it like a little shout out, a listing or something, whatever it is, give that person a little piece. And if you look at the sponsors, it's a chance to say, hey, I have this going on. I need sponsors. This is what you get in exchange for your fee or for your help, whatever it is. It's just fun. Women just love those questions. They get to dive in and just talk. And they feel free. And they just come back and then they see what someone else has written and they say, oh, okay, yeah, she has this going on. I would love to be a speaker. I would love to just, whatever it is, just so I can get a piece of this, I can get some exposure, because that's all women are looking for. Just some exposure.
I started so let me go back for a second. So when you said web TV, listen, I was at lunch. I was at lunch. Was it Monday? I think it was Friday. And Georgetta and I were talking about web TV. And she was trying to make me remember, because I had a web TV. I had web TV when I'm a geek. I love gadgets. So I had web TV when it first came out. I remember The People's Network was on Web TV. That was Les Brown and Zig Ziglar.
Yeah,
all of those guys.
right.
That's right. They were all on Web TV. So I had Web TV. One of my best friends, her mom had gave us $750 because it was a business opportunity. Because Les Brown, it was their thing.
Yeah.
It was Les Brown's thing. So they were selling it as a business opportunity, which was a great business opportunity, but it was way ahead of its time. And so, but I loved it, and I fell in love. And I remember sitting in my living room with the keyboard, like a little tiny keyboard, like the one I got right now.
Yep.
And you plug your TV, and we wanted dial up. So we want American Online was it?
Oh God.
Oh my God, we wanted dial. But it was so amazing. But fast forward in 2013, I launched a women's TV network called HerTube, and I remember, Geraldine, trying to get people to understand that this platform is great. You're on television, you're in people's homes where they watch TV the most. And I had the hardest time trying to get people to understand you can get off of, you don't have to be just on LinkedIn, not LinkedIn. You don't just have to be on YouTube, but you can be on TV, like literally on TV. That was the toughest time for me. And it became, and I got to be honest with you, it became so stressful trying to educate them because I would hear things like, well, why would I pay to be on TV? And I'm thinking, but if NBC came to you with a package and said be on TV, you would say, okay, this is the same platform. It got so stressful to me till I stopped really doing it. I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I can't, I'm going to be on TV myself. I can't, I'm just tired. And I just felt like they weren't getting it. No matter what I said to them, it was like, okay, you're literally going to be on TV in people's living room, and they still didn't get it. So that was 7 years ago. I think now there are so many opportunities out there. It may be opportunities for them to say. I mean, it may be they may be to the point where they say, okay, I get it. I need to be on TV because here's the thing. Yep. If you're in business, you want to give your business as many edges as you possibly can. And the fact that you can get on TV is a huge edge because people, and especially now, with COVID-19, nobody is really people like watching TV. Like I watched so much TV like the first 3 months of COVID-19. It was ridiculous because I was like sort of depressed because of the whole thing. And then I was like, okay, I really don't feel like doing much of anything. So, that was one thing. And I have a new TV network. It's called Noisemaker TV Network. But let me just ask you this, because you've been doing this for a long time. So I imagine your database of women is huge. How do you manage all of this stuff? Because I went to your website and I was like, oh my God, this woman is way more busier than me. And I know I have no time. How do you manage this whole thing?
By the grace of God.
Okay.
Literally by the grace of God. And I have a close circle that I deal with. So they keep me focused.
Okay.
Yeah. Close people that I've been with since the early days of the internet when I got on. Mm-hmm. I'm still with them, so it's been nice. I think it's about 5 people, if that, and they just keep me focused. And I pray. Mm-hmm. I pray a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do a lot of writing too. It kind of helps me to stay focused.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know entrepreneurs, we could easily lose focus because if you're like anything like me, like I love to start stuff, I have to literally talk myself out of it. Or I go to Georgette and we have these long lunches that's like 3-4 hours because she has to talk me out of it a lot of times. And she be like, no, she'll start like, I'm not going to say.
It's fun.
Right.
It's the work.
It's the work.
To life.
Like we used to say all the time,
you can actually do it, but you need people. Like partners. Yeah. People to collaborate with. Yeah. To do little things that'll help make it happen, so you don't have to do all the hard stuff.
I know. Now you have you have a lot of great stuff going on. So your organization is called Smart Women Partner and Smart Women Partner and Grow Rich. I love that. Like, how did you come up with that name? That is so cool. That sounds like a book.
Now, I know, isn't it great?
Yeah.
That used to be my tagline. That's been my tagline for so long. And when I got started on the 1 Million Woman link up, that was a tagline for it. And I needed to do a site that explained it better or whatever, because like you said, it takes a lot to educate people. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to name my site that's going to be the purpose. And I'm going to show women, show it in action, that Smart Women Partner and Grow Rich. So that's it, basically. The 1 Million Women link up is where I am basically out there gathering women one by one, two by two, and so forth for this movement to show them how to partner. Building up these great projects like the one that I'm doing right now, which is the 2020 list of influential African American women on LinkedIn. That right there brought me back to life this summer. It really did, because I was so down. I'm like, my life is just crazy with this pandemic, because I kept waiting. Okay, so nothing is going to happen. You got to just come up out of this funk and just do something. So on Juneteenth, I said, okay, enough is enough. Just create this list. I started with a list of 10 women who I was close to, put them on that, shared the article basically on LinkedIn, because I created it using their platform, because I knew it was a smart way to do it versus using my blog. And I told women, okay, if you want to be on this list, nominate yourself or nominate, someone else that you think would be good, whatever. And the views, the comments, the networking, the everything that I've gotten from that thing has been phenomenal. It's just a little tiny piece of what I'm trying to do, but it really does show how smart women partner and grow rich, because women are like, you know what? I've been waiting for someone to just do something like this so I can see who's who on LinkedIn, so I can find other women to partner with. These are women who have projects, and they're just looking for people. They're giving conferences, and they're launching classes and stuff online, and they need people to partner with to help spread the word, to put stuff in their newsletters and everything else in exchange for maybe being a guest speaker or teaching a class or whatever, just giving up some stuff in exchange so they can actually bring these projects to life, because they're busy. And the best way to do this is to partner.
Now, let me ask you this. Why did you pick LinkedIn over YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest? Why YouTube? Why LinkedIn?
Okay. I picked LinkedIn because I've been on it since, I think it's like March or April of 2004, right after it launched. So I was sitting there with everyone else, just wondering what the heck is LinkedIn for, because someone invited me. And just, gathering contacts. And then one day, it really opened up for me when they allowed us to have groups. And my income went, woo! Yeah. Because LinkedIn has a different type of audience. It's basically B2B. It really is. It is where you can go if you're looking to be hired. You can put in your resume and all that stuff. But there are business owners on there who understand you have to spend money in order to make money. And it has over 280 million women on there right now.
Wow.
So I'm like, wow.
Wow.
I know. Yes.
Wow.
And I'm like, so wait a minute. I've been on here all this time, yes, making money. I didn't realize how many women it actually had on it. So I'm like, so where the heck are they? And I realized they're all in our little Rolodex. All of us, they're hidden. They're there, but they're hidden, and they're ready to come out. They want to step out from the crowd. Because, on social media, when you post stuff, it's only there for a minute, and just your little network sees it.
Right.
But if you do some joint stuff, which is why I'm doing these lists, and that's why I do articles where I'm always featuring other people, because I want them to share it with their network, because they're going to be happy to do that, because they got a mention in it. And it's been phenomenal. It works. That's how you get those other women. That's how you get in front of them. And you have to be doing something quite interesting. That list was apparently quite interesting, and that's just my first try at it. Well, not my first try. I did this a couple of years ago, and once someone reached out to me, we were talking. I think it was around May. It's like, you know what? I've had so many people contact me saying they want to do stuff with me, that they want to be my ally. I'm like, you know what? Me too. I was so busy just dealing with the grandkids, with the virtual school, worried about this crazy pandemic, that I didn't even realize what was going on. And I was working on my website, because I figured, you know what? People are going to be coming home. They're going to want to start a business.
Mm-hmm.
Jobs will not be safe or whatever. So I need to like go back and just redo everything so I could be ready for it. So I was like with my head down for months, just working. And I didn't realize what was going on at first. I was like, yeah, I've gotten so many contacts on LinkedIn reaching back out and saying, hey, you know what? I want to help you out. I'm like, for real? Like, yeah. It's like people that have just been, like, I guess just been sitting there or whatever. And when the George Floyd thing happened, a lot of white folks reached out to me. And I'm saying, you know what? We're hot right now. Black women are hot right now. So let me start a list and just, shine a spotlight on them.
Yeah.
So other people can see them. Like, we are doing great things, been doing great things, but now you can actually see it.
Yeah.
There's a list of us that I'm putting together that I'm going to grow all throughout the year.
Wow. Now
I'm even creating a place on my website for it because it's gotten big. It's hot.
So let me ask you this, because I know a lot of this stuff is about collaboration, and you don't charge a lot for that stuff. How are you monetizing all the work that you're putting in?
Oh, yes. Everybody asks me that. Yes, I've gotten my hands spanked on that several times. Yeah, so I had to go back and redo some prices. And even then, I'm still getting my hands spanked. Because when I first started this, it was all about just doing little things to get people to see the 1 million women link up, because I wanted to pull in 1 million women. Like, okay, it's going to take me a while, but that's fine. But along the way, I'll do networking. I'll do some advertising or whatever for other women. So when I started this, I think it was about $50 for a year, basically. And then there was like another package that was like maybe $150 or whatever for them to like get shout outs and stuff and to do special projects to get themselves in front of the women that were signing up or who were coming to my events. So I like doubled my prices, basically. I've like added more features, but what they're doing is that, while they're doing their marketing and partnering and everything else, they're actually pushing the movement in front of the people that are in their LinkedIn contacts, which in turn brings me business, which is the way I've always wanted it to be in the first place. Because you shouldn't have to go out there to beat the bushes to find people, and people are just right there. You just, if they see that you're doing something interesting, then they reach back out. So I have like 2 levels right now. One that's $100. That's just the basic for a year. You coming on in, because I'm giving these women partner weeks. So they get to take part in that.
Okay.
Step up from the crowd and everything else.
Okay.
Then I have one that's $250. And with that one, they're like doing projects with me. So it's like they're getting the exposure as I'm doing these big projects.
Okay.
And of course, they have the Women Partner Week. They get to have a listing, a full-page profile, and some other goodies. It's kind of cool. So it's all focused in on them partnering, with them doing something actively on LinkedIn to re-engage with their LinkedIn contacts, because that's what we're all doing right now.
Okay.
We're re-engaging with those women who have just been quiet. So we're like giving them a chance to step out from the crowd, to come to one of our networking functions, and then if they want to keep coming, they have to get involved. If not, then we're like, okay, sayonara, we're going to keep it going and keep meeting people. Because right now we're doing like a virtual tour of LinkedIn.
Okay.
Of this women's market. Bringing together women from 3 different states or countries to just network for a whole week. And to share information about themselves, what they're working on and everything, who they want to partner with, and all that great stuff. And at the same time, I get to share information about the 1 million woman link up. And if they get involved, like I said, they get involved. If not, that's fine. They'll come back to us. They always circle back. Sometimes it takes them a year because they're so busy and not focusing, but once they do come up for air and say, oh my God, yeah, then they get involved. It's kind of funny. It's like, wow, yeah. I wish you would have gotten involved earlier, but that's okay. I'm happy to have it.
Right.
It costs you more. And, as more and more women come on board, then the price will continue to go up. Because it's like you'll be having access. So the best time to get involved is now on the ground floor.
Mm-hmm. Now, how many women would you say are in your network now? Because I know you got a lot of different. We're going to talk about, because I really want to know about the swag bag. I thought that was so cool. But tell us first, how many women are in the network right now?
Okay, in my personal network or in the movement?
In the movement. In both. Share both.
I have about 500 women that are involved in the movement.
Mm-hmm.
We plan on doubling that within the next couple months and so forth. I've been taking it a little slow because, you can have women who get involved and they must like to give up their money and not do anything.
Yes.
Some people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've been taking it slow.
Okay.
Thank God, I'm not hurting for money, so I can take it slow and do what I need to do. So now that with this pandemic, I've just restructured a bit so that we can accelerate. We're going to have our first chapter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to focus on the Chicago area because I have someone there that I can trust, and she's ready to build us up. So what we're going to do with that beginning in October, because that's Women's Small Business Month, we're going to launch her chapter. And she's going to be doing the entire Chicago metropolitan area. I think that covers about 4 states or whatever, which is exciting. Yeah. So the goal for that is we're going to kick off with 10,000 women partner, because that's what we want to grow that chapter to.
Okay.
She likes big stuff.
Okay, me too.
She doesn't like small stuff. So, because a while back, I came up with this idea to do a Guinness World Record, just to try it out.
Right.
Yeah, and I wrote off to them, and they said I can do it. It was a little trial run or whatever, and our thing was to have the most people networking simultaneously around the U.S. or whatever. That's how we did it. But we had people who reserved spaces and invited people to come and do some speed networking. And the speed networking was focused on, of course, collaborative marketing. Walk up to the person, talk to them, tell them, what you're working on, who you're looking to partner with. I was pretty good. She enjoyed that so much. She was the top person. I think she had 230-something people.
Wow.
That did it. Yeah. She had this real fancy place that someone let her use. It was oh, my God. She did it up big. And she was so excited about that. She's like, you know what? If we're going to do this, we got to do something like that, launch big. We can't be small. So 10,000 women partner, it is. So, we're just trying to get the concept together for all that and everything. But a lot of fun, but that was cool. I got a lot of press from that. It was scary. I was like, Jesus Christ, what was I thinking of when I decided to try to do something like this? But it was great. I don't know if I'll do it again. I'll probably another 2 or 3 years. I might get brave again.
I was just a part of a Guinness Book World Record event. So I was a speaker last week at the PodFest Global Summit, and they did just what you did. They wrote to the Guinness Book World Record, so we want to break a record of having the largest virtual conference in the world, and we broke the record. It was over 5,000 people.
Right.
Yeah, we broke the record, so I'm waiting to get my certificate now. So that was amazing.
Very fun, yeah.
What you're saying is so exciting. It's exciting for me listening to you. So tell me this. What does it take to become a chapter leader or a chapter president?
Someone that has a strong following, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Strong business ethic.
Mm-hmm.
I know I can trust them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that they're serious about partnering. They see the value in it.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah. And her thing is sales. So she's bringing that aspect to the chapter. So when someone starts a chapter, they get to enhance it with their business skills. So she could do extra stuff on sales. Right. So it's kind of fun. So each chapter will be different.
Well, I'm interested
because of who's leading it.
I'm just gonna throw my thing. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm interested in starting the chapter. Now, you said the whole state of Chicago. I'm in Georgia. You're in Georgia, right? I'm in Georgia too, but I'm on the Gwinnett side. Where are you located?
Douglasville.
So that's the south side, right?
I think we're west.
West, okay.
I think we're more west, like I-20.
Okay. So you're out by Conyers and Social Circle in that area?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I'm on the other side.
I'm on here by Carrollton, Marietta.
Okay. My husband works in Marietta.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Yeah, he works in Marietta. He works at a pharmaceutical company in Marietta. So that's a hike for him every day. He has to drive from Lawrenceville to Marietta every day. And I know. It's like a 55-minute drive with no traffic. With no traffic.
As far from us, yes.
Yeah, but with traffic, when he comes home and he has traffic, it's like almost a 2-hour commute coming home. So it's it's not a good thing, but he loves his job. He doesn't care. It doesn't bother him much. And I said to him, you don't get tired of doing that drive every day? He doesn't. So I guess as long as he's happy, I'm happy. That's a cool thing. But I love what you're doing. It's so funny. I can't believe we haven't talked until now. And I want to talk offline about because I would love to be one of the chapter leaders on this side. I'm a media person. Like I'm
looking for someone to do the entire state, to like lead it off.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, I'm the media and marketing person. That's why I do this podcast. I have the internet TV. I do, like you, I have a magazine called Noisemaker. I have all of this stuff that I love media. I love I love marketing, and I love entrepreneurs. It was so funny because someone interviewed me. And I said to them, I said, listen, I started out as an entrepreneur 23 years ago. And when I get in the box, I'm going to still be an entrepreneur because I just love this whole thing. I love people. I love great ideas. And so, but you know what's ironic? Now, this is ironic. And it's so funny. And the reason I asked you about LinkedIn is because all of my real big connects are on LinkedIn. I think I have almost 6,000 connections on LinkedIn. That's the biggest network I have. And on Facebook, I think I might be just a 2. Now, I don't really care for Facebook, and I don't spend a lot of time there. But on LinkedIn,
I tried Facebook.
It doesn't. Now, I haven't spent a lot of time on LinkedIn, but I got to tell you, you have inspired me to go back and connect them to them 6,000 people that are connected to me on LinkedIn. Like, that's crazy. I didn't even think about it. Okay, so.
And you can grow that.
Yeah.
Do you have a LinkedIn company page? Yeah.
I have a company page. And but I don't do a lot of those. But I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. That's what we're gonna be doing. Yeah, yes. I'm gonna go back.
Part of our focus is growing our pages because you can only have a max of 30,000 contacts on LinkedIn. But on a LinkedIn company page, it could be 1 million plus.
Really?
Yes. So you grow that page.
Yeah. Okay. Because I've been trying to figure out where to put my attention to. Because, it's so many platforms out here. It can really become overwhelming. Yeah. And so I'm already on the TVs. Like, I'm on all of the TVs right now. All of the smart TVs, like Roku and Amazon Fire TV and Android TV. It's so funny because when I say Android TV, people don't even know Android make TVs. And they do. They make a lot of TVs. And right now, they're working on my Apple TV channel. So that'll be up pretty soon, hopefully in the next week sometime. So I'm on all of those platforms because my thing is I'm not just trying to be there for me. I want to help women understand how to leverage these platforms, and because they're not really doing it. And I know they're not because there's not a lot of us out there.
Has even said this to me, so my God, yes.
Okay. So we're going to talk offline. Wow. We're going to set up some time to talk offline and see how we can make this happen because I love what you're doing. But listen, tell me about the virtual swag bag because I thought that was so cute.
It was just something that came up with. I'm like, we're virtual. Why not just gather some cool stuff from people, put it in a so-called virtual swag bag, give it a cute little graphic or whatever, and just send it out via email. Nice. It's just, products and services that you can just go to people's sites and just download that they set aside.
That's nice.
Yeah, virtual swag. Yeah, some good stuff. Stuff that you need. Some advertising, maybe. Someone to be your VA for 1 hour or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Cool stuff.
I would definitely get that. That's very nice. It's so funny. I was in a meeting yesterday with one of the chambers here in Gwinnett County, and one of the things that's really important to a lot of them, like last year I did an event called pop-up small business Saturday. And what I did was I knew that I knew there were a lot of small business owners who did not have a brick and mortar. And so I had a membership at one of the co-working spaces here, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do a pop-up small business Saturday for all of us who don't have a brick and mortar company.
Wow.
And when I tell you, Geraldine, the response was ridiculous to the point where I had to turn people away. It was crazy.
Oh my God.
It was like, I was like, oh my. So it was like 6 o'clock that morning. People were still emailing and saying, hey, how can I come? How can I come? And I'm like, really? So I shared that with the Gwinnett County. I shared it with Gwinnett County community outreach, and they loved it. And so they were going to come on as a sponsor for this year, and then the freaking pandemic hit. So they came back to me and they said, Audrey, we need you to figure out how we can still do something for that Saturdays after Thanksgiving. And so what I did was I came up with a whole plan to do a Gwinnett shopping channel on TV. And so now I'm just waiting for
I was thinking of a website that had everybody on there.
Yeah.
But doggone it, that's even better.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to hear back from them about, because when I talked to the person that's over the over community outreach, she loved it. So I guess they have to present it to their board. But I had the same conversation yesterday with one of the chambers, and they loved it as well. And I said to myself, wow, this is pretty cool. Because what people don't understand is we could do all of these things. Like, I have the potential right now to put anybody on television. And if they want to do a video and it looks like Home Shopping Network where they're selling a product, they can. And to me, that is like amazing. Like, you got a book, you can get up there, and there's so many editors out there, Geraldine. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are editors on Fiverr that you can get, and they can do anything you want in any kind of space. You don't even have to work. Just do the video, send it to an editor, let them make it look like a home shopping channel, send it to me, you're on TV. It's that simple. And so when I was in the meeting yesterday, she said to me, so tell me how to process. I said, this is the process. And she looked at me like, is it really that simple? It's really that simple. Like, all you got to do is give me the video. Once you give me the video, you're on TV. Then I can send you the link so you can say, hey, go look at me on Fire TV. Go look at me on Roku. Go look at me on Apple TV, Android TV, the mobile app. It's that kind of powerful. Girl. So I had 2 big meetings. I'm waiting to hear back from both of them. And I believe in my heart that one of them is definitely going to be a yes. The other one, I'm not sure because it's too many, it's like a lot of people that have to approve it. But the other one, I know is going to be a yes. So I'm excited about that. But I'm also loving what you're doing. I know you are dedicated to empowering women and showing them how to collaborate. Now, let me ask you this. You've been doing this a long time. Why do you think it has been so hard for women to say, you know what, let's work together? Because I know that I've tried to work with women. A lot of times it just falls apart. And I'm very serious about what I do. So if I say I'm going to do something, if you say, hey, Audrey, we're going to partner, and I say, okay, and you're responsible for this, I'm going to do what I'm responsible for. A lot of people won't do that. They kind of fall off. I think they kind of like just want to jump on board because they think it looks good. And then when it's time to put in the work, it's like, I got to do all of that.
Okay. It's like dating.
Yeah.
I read about this. It's just like the Bachelor and the doggone Bachelorette. Right. You have to go through a lot of people to find that one, and that don't even always work. But still, you need a big old pool of people to pull from. You need people to date you instead of you dating them, so to speak, to be a part of this. And you're going to test them out. Mm-hmm. Give them a little task.
Right.
See if they do that. Yeah. You don't just pull them all the way on unless you know them.
Right.
You know that you've actually done work with them.
Right.
Yeah. It takes a minute. Believe me. Oh, God, I would be much farther along, too. But I recognize. Sometimes I do get frustrated. Mm-hmm. But I do, like I said, have my close circle. Mm-hmm. And they keep me centered and keep me going. Mm-hmm. And I just keep meeting more and more people. And it's really good. It's exciting, especially right now, because people are really saying, oh, my God, I have to figure out how to make this work. And to make it work, you have to partner. You can't just go do it by yourself.
That's right.
You just sit there forever looking for clients.
That's right.
You need someone that's basically spreading all your business stuff while you're sleeping, while you're doing other stuff, because you're partnering with them on various projects. So your name is being out there. It's staying out there.
Right.
Which is the great thing about this list. I mean, people are contacting me and saying, thank you so much for putting me on this list. That people are like looking at me and hiring me. I'm like, well, wow, I didn't know I was going to do all that. Mm-hmm. I just thought, I give them some whatever. Like, but yeah, I've gotten people business.
Wow. And I believe you because I love your website. I just love all of the stuff that you're doing. I think it's a great thing. And, you know, women need it. Like you said, we're so busy wearing all of the hats till there's just not enough time in the day a lot of times for us to do the things we need to do. So, you know, thank you for even, I know I'm on one of the lists. I can't, it was so funny because I was like, I know she sent me this. I don't even know if I responded because I was so busy, you know, but I know I'm on one of the lists and I've got people connect with me.
I went through my contacts on LinkedIn and I said, look, I'm doing this. I'm like, ladies, I want you to be on this list if you want to. Just, you know, I told people to look at it first, of course, and then reach back out if you want to be on it, and I would put you on the list. And that's what I've been doing. Right now, I think it's at 150-something, because, like I said, I've been taking my time. At first, I was going fast. I'm like, you know what? If you put everyone on the list, then it's not so whatever. And I need to research you first before I put you on the list. But that list is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I didn't realize people were actually making that much money from people just reaching back out because they saw them on that list. Yeah. I was like, well, wow. I'm like, thank you. I mean, it was just me and God having a conversation when he told me to come back to life, that the website was done. Like, stop. Just stop. Come back to life. Do something. Be you. And it was Juneteenth. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the perfect day to kick this list off.
Be you.
Been good. Yeah. I think one person told me that she's gotten so far $10,000 worth of business from me just from being on that list.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. That
is
amazing.
For real? I'm like, oh my God, like, should have given me a testimonial for this thing. Like, I didn't realize it.
But you know, that's a good thing because now she'll always remember you when it's time for her to come back and do something else. She'll remember, I got to go to Jolene because she helped me land this client. She knows what she's doing, you know. So, and you know what's crazy in marketing? Lists are a big thing. If you go to Google and you type in top 10, top 5, top, and I do this all the time. Like when I search for anything, I'll go in and say, let me type in the top 10 of this or the top 25 of that, because I need to see like a range of what people are saying. So when you do those lists, they mean something. My podcast has been on. It is a podcast player, a podcast network called Player.fm. My podcast has been on there 2 or 3 times in different lists. I went to go look for a different podcast. I was looking for a podcast that do local podcasting. And when I did that, I'm like, oh crap, I popped up on this. I didn't even know I was on the list, but it popped up on this list. And I was like, oh crap, but it's been on there like 2 or 3 times for different kind of podcasts. Like one was hyper local. I think one was community podcast, but different times, different years. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. People love lists. Even when you're thinking about publishing something in a publication, if you submit something, a list, they love lists. So that is a great thing. So listen, we're about to be out of time, but I want you to tell people how to reach out to you because you have shared some amazing information. And guys, listen, when she tell you about this website, you got to go to the website because there are so many opportunities for you to collaborate there. So go ahead, Joel, and tell them how they can reach out to you.
Yes. Okay, go to smartwomenpartner.com, and you can also find me on LinkedIn. Just plug in that name. And I am looking for women that I can partner with. Just like she was saying, I have a whole page, I think about 15, almost 20 ways that you can just partner with us. Even if you don't want to be a part of the movement, you can still partner with us and get some exposure. It's really fun. The site also has tips on how to partner and to just, make you feel comfortable and just understand that finding people to partner with is not easy. If it was, everyone would just be doing it all day long. It's an art. Just like dating. It really is. You have to date.
Right.
Let's see. And as I said, basically just, follow me on LinkedIn. Check out the website. Go to the page where it says, I think it's, is it partner with me or something like that. You'll see it on the menu. And it has, like I said, a long list of ways that you can partner with us. I give you all types of tips. And, of course, you get perks for doing that. You get some advertising. You might get a listing. We'll give you a cool shout out on LinkedIn and everything. Women love LinkedIn. And they're looking for people right now to partner with. And they're looking through my feed to find people that I basically say, hey, it's worthwhile partnering with.
All right. So thank you so much for being my guest today. I have really enjoyed this conversation, and we would definitely be talking offline. So I will be shooting you an email so we can schedule some time to talk. because I'm excited about all the things that you're doing, and I believe we can do some really great things together. So thank you again for joining me. It's so good to finally talk to you in person. Well, not quite in person yet, but to finally talk to you.
I know, but yeah, that's the beauty of being online. You see people for years and years, and then one day you pick up the phone or you email them, and stuff just happens.
Stuff just happened. That is true. All right. Well, thank you so much. Listen, guys, Geraldine, I will contact you soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great weekend.
You too. Okay. Stay safe.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed that interview as much as I enjoyed doing it, because I talked to a lot of great people, and that was a good interview. And it's so funny because LinkedIn is, and I could smack myself for not really leveraging the power of LinkedIn. But I got to tell you, that's about to change. That is my biggest network on LinkedIn. I have the most connects over there on LinkedIn, and I'm almost certainly, my goal right now, I'm at almost 6,000. I'm going to hit 10,000 by the end of this year, because I got some things I'm about to do. Geraldine has inspired me to way beyond what I was even expecting for out of this interview. And I knew she was going to be a good interview, because I see all the things that she's doing that's geared towards helping women be better and to connect better and to collaborate. So I'm excited that she was our guest today. But listen, I'm going to go to a song. I'm going to come back after the song and give you my word of inspiration for today. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. And this is a perfect word of inspiration to close out the show to what my guest was just talking about, collaboration. So here goes. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. Oh, let me say that again. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. Michael Jordan said that, and he was right. Listen, we are entrepreneurs. We know we have to wear so many hats, and it's great when you can get somebody to work with you and help you do some things. That's why I always talk about how grateful I am for Georgette, because she booked these amazing guests that you get a chance to listen to on Thursday. I have so much on my plate, as you don't know, as you probably can tell by now from listening to the show. I have a lot going on. Running a TV network and a podcast network and being an author and being a speaker is a lot of work. All the while trying to maintain a family and hold down a household is a lot of work. And sometimes you need partnerships to make that happen. That's why what Geraldine had to say was so important. You can do a lot of things, but you can do even more things if you had somebody helping you do those things, helping you push your name out there. That's why when I put out the Noise Report every Tuesday, there are people who have said, you know what, I want to be in the newsletter. And all they have to do is pay a small fee monthly. And I put their information out there every single Tuesday. Every Tuesday. That newsletter goes out every Tuesday. A link to their website is there. A link to their podcast is there. Because I understand what it means to be so busy when you don't have the time to do everything. Every Tuesday, the Noise Report goes out. It talks about something in the space, in the voice space and marketing space every Tuesday. So this is important. So think about who you need on your team. Even if you think you can't afford to hire someone, take the time to go to Fiverr, go to Upwork, go to wherever you need to go to bark.com and find you somebody that you can work with on a per project base, you know what I mean, basis. You may say, you know what, I just need somebody to spend 10 hours to do this. Or I need somebody to spend 30 hours just to do that. And I'm telling you, you can find people. You can find people to do that kind of stuff. So listen, thank you again for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 6 minutes with me. And I love you and appreciate that for you. Be sure to continuously to share this show, because I am trying to climb up to the ranks on Apple Podcasts. So the way to do that is for you to go over and give your favorite episode on Apple Podcasts 5 stars. That really will help me push the show. And it's free. You don't have to pay for it. Just give it 5 stars. Your favorite episode. I've had some amazing guests on here. Go back. If you missed a guest, go back. Go to goodmorninggwinnett.com. Click on the spotlight. When you click on the spotlight, all of the guests are there that I've had on the show. Listen to their episodes and give it 5 stars. That would do me a world of good for you to do that. All right. And also be sure to share the show with your friends and family. Follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And listen, follow me on LinkedIn. I'm under Noise Media Network over there. Listen, I'm going to grow. My goal is to grow that network to 10,000 by the end of this year. Yes, that's a lot of work, but here's the thing. I really believe I could do it. So my goal for the rest of this year is to grow my listeners to the Good Morning Gwinnett show, and to grow my LinkedIn network to 10,000. So again, thank you for listening. Listen, it's the weekend, y'all. Today is my Friday, not yours. Some of you, not yours. Yours is tomorrow, but today is my Friday. So I'm going to be gone for the rest of this day. But I thank you again for listening. Be sure to stay safe out there. Wear your mask. Enjoy your weekend. And thank you again for listening. Until next time, y'all, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.